In the future, every person who says even one word will die. Why? We'll find out now. New York City is bustling with life. We hear car horns, the roar of engines, and the shouts of shopkeepers. This loud city doesn't yet know that it will soon be silenced. We meet the main character, Sam, who suffers from cancer, lives in a hospice, and attends a support group. This group is led by a man named Ruben. During one of their sessions, the girl admits she hates this place, these people, and, most importantly, her damn illness. Ruben reminds Sam that the hospice residents are going into town today for some show. The girl doesn't want to go anywhere, but the man promises to buy her a pizza, and Sam agrees. The girl isn't going on this trip alone. She's never parted from three things. First, an iPad with my favorite music. Second, a faithful cat named Frodo. And finally, third, a transdermal pain relieving system. Sam sticks it on his back. The group travels to New York and ends up at a puppet theater. The performance begins. The puppet inflates a balloon and takes off. Unfortunately, his flight is short-lived. The balloon bursts and the puppet falls to the stage. Sam sees this as a bad sign and runs out of the room. It turns out that Ruben has left too. He's talking to someone on the phone. Anxious people run past. Helicopters appear in the sky. It looks like something is happening in the city. Ruben hangs up and tells Sam that the group needs to return to the hospice immediately. Sam protests, saying she was promised pizza. She gets angry, plugs her ears with headphones, and turns on her iPad. Because of the blaring music, she doesn't hear the air raid siren. People look up at the sky in horror. Noticing this, Sam looks up too. Meteorites fly over New York. One of them falls very close. Everything is covered in smoke and dust. People are screaming all around. Soldiers run past Sam. One of them's radio goes off and he's immediately dragged away. Sam hides behind cars. People around him are panicking. As soon as someone screams, they're immediately attacked. Someone flips the ambulance, the oxygen tanks explode, and Sam is thrown back by the blast. The girl comes too. She's in the puppet theater. A crowd of people have gathered here. Sam coughs from the dust, but someone immediately covers her mouth. The aliens have been on Earth for no more than an hour, but the people have already figured out the rules of the game. These monsters are blind. They navigate by sound. The slightest squeak and your life will end. Ruben finds the girl. It turns out he caught her cat. Sam and Frodo are together again. A military helicopter flies over the puppet theater building. It announces over a loudspeaker that people should take cover and remain silent. This is immediately followed by an explosion. The cat is startled by the sound and runs away. Sam and Ruben rush after him. When they reach the front door, the cat stops. What's behind the door frightens him more than the explosions. It turns out the sounds of the chase have attracted the alien. It enters the theater building. The people freeze in horror. Suddenly, the sound of rotor blades is heard from above. The monster is distracted and gives chase to the helicopter. Sam runs to the bathroom. There she washes herself off and peels off the damaged bandage. She no longer has any medicine. Trying to distract himself from the pain, Sam returns to the people. Someone found a radio. A warning is being broadcast on all frequencies. Civilians must leave this place immediately. Explosions are heard in the distance. People climb to the roof of the theater and see soldiers blowing up bridges. Yes, this might keep the aliens at bay. But there's a problem. Humans are trapped too. Realizing this, the stranger next to Sam goes mad with terror. His screams threaten to attract the monsters. They catch the man and clamp a hand over his mouth. After a while, he falls silent. It soon becomes clear that the poor guy hasn't calmed down. He's suffocated. Sam and Ruben go down to the theater. Our heroine announces she's going out for pizza, but she doesn't make it in time. The lights go out in the building, causing the diesel generator to automatically start. The generator's roar attracts a horde of monsters. Ruben rushes to the generator and shuts it off. But the creatures are already there. The man clings to the generator with his shirt. The sound of fabric cracking gives him away, and Ruben is dragged into the darkness. Now Sam has no one left but the cat. She leaves the puppet theater building. The city is devastated by meteorites, aliens, and soldiers. People are hiding, hoping to save their lives. But Sam doesn't have long to live, so she's not afraid of anything. Her only concern is the cat's fate. As Sam feeds Frodo, he notices something. Children are hiding near the fountain. It seems the monsters ignore natural sounds, like the murmur of water or the rustling of trees. The fountain helps them avoid their attention. Sam treats the children to chocolate. A helicopter flies overhead. The loudspeaker announces that an evacuation is beginning at the seaport. The aliens can't swim, meaning the ferries will be safe. People are emerging from their shelters. The small groups merge into one silent crowd. Everyone heads toward the port. Sam directs the children there. Now she's free and ready to set off on her final journey for pizza. But it wasn't to be. The larger the crowd, the more noise it makes. And the noise brings the aliens. A peaceful evacuation turns into a massacre. Sam hides under a car. This shelter almost becomes a trap for her. The tires burst, and Sam barely manages to escape from under the pile of metal. In the chaos, Sam loses his cat. But she needn't worry. Frodo is smart enough to hide from the dangerous creatures. When the monsters emerge, he goes to drink from a puddle. But the puddle is deeper than it appears. A stranger emerges from a hole in the pavement. The water hid him from the aliens and saved his life. The man was shell-shocked. He didn't know where to go or what to do. Seeing the cat, he simply follows the animal. But where is Frodo going? To his Sam, of course. The girl is happy to see the cat, but not at all happy about the stranger who has become so attached. The man stubbornly follows her. A downpour begins. The patter of drops drowns out their voices, and the new acquaintances have time to talk. The man's name is Eric. Sam is trying to get him to the port for evacuation. But Eric seems completely insane. He's afraid of monsters and doesn't want to be alone. But the girl has more important things to do. She's finding her apartment in New York. This is where Sam lived before she was placed in hospice. Perhaps there are still some necessary medications here. Unfortunately, no. Sam has nothing to dull the pain. I have to distract myself with conversation. It turns out that Sam is a former poet, and Eric is a law student from England. He has no one in America, and nowhere to go. But Sam has somewhere to go. She needs to go to Patsy's pizza place. There are probably still a couple of slices of pizza left. Eric doesn't understand the girl. The world is ending. Why does Sam care about something as trivial as cold pizza? Sam admits she doesn't have long to live. Pizza is her last wish. Eric wants to go with her. In the morning, the girl tries to escape from her new acquaintance. But Eric catches up with her again. Along the way, the pair manage to attract several monsters. Sam and Eric run into a skyscraper and nearly fall into a trap due to a locked door. But where else can they hide? Like the subway, Sam and Eric descend the disabled escalators. Judging by the scattered body parts, monsters had recently feasted here. Luckily, not only the escalators but also the pumps are out of service. The tunnels are filling with water. The girl remembers that aliens don't like bodies of water. Sam and Eric descend into the water and walk through the tunnel. The water first reaches their waists, then their necks. One of the monsters follows our heroes. He climbs the tunnel's roof but eventually falls into the water and drowns. Eric, Sam, and Frodo manage to swim to the breach and escape the subway. A church becomes their new hideout. Sam tries to rest, but she's feverish from the pain. Eric prays for her at night. But prayers won't help. The girl needs medicine. Eric promises to save her. The boy walks through a ruined New York with Frodo. Suddenly, the cat finds something strange. They appear to be human bodies, with strange fleshy appendages sprouting from them. These things are clearly needed by the aliens for some purpose. Eric tries to take the cat and leave, but Frodo climbs onto the beam. The man clambers after him. One of the monsters hears Eric, but he manages to hide. The monster fails to find him. Sam wakes up in a church. Eric brought her a pain-relieving patch. When the girl gets better, she finally explains why pizza is so important to her. Sam's father was a pianist. After performing, he always took his daughter to the pizzeria around the corner. Her father is no longer alive, and soon Sam will follow him into the afterlife. Eric advises her to take things slow. First, they need to eat that pizza. Sam and Eric leave the church. And there it is, Patsy's Pizza. But the building burned to the ground. Sam loses his dream, and with it, the will to live. The girl no longer wants to go anywhere. But Eric realizes she doesn't really need pizza. She just misses her dad. Instead of going to the pizzeria, Eric suggests they go to the place where Sam's dad used to perform. The friends reach a jazz club. Inside, Sam finds a working tape recorder and connects his iPad to it. Meanwhile, Eric finds another pizzeria. He writes on Patsy's box and offers Sam some of yesterday's pizza. Sam smiles for the first time in a long time. The couple drinks, eats, and jokes around. And all this without making a single sound. Eric performs card tricks. Sam laughs. This strange guy gave her her last happy day. Sam knows his fate, but what about Eric? The girl puts on his jacket and gives him her sweater. This is so the cat can smell his owner and act more calmly. Our heroes are heading to the port. The last evacuation barge has just departed. Erica and Sam are spotted by aliens. Sam distracts them, smashes cars, and breaks windows. Eric, cat in hand, races to the pier. This is his last chance. But it seems the monsters consider the sick Sam an unsuitable victim. No matter how much noise she makes, they give chase to Eric. Was it all for nothing? No, it wasn't. Sam distracted the monsters long enough for Eric to jump into the water. The barge was stopped. Eric and the cat were lifted aboard. Back on the barge, the boy finds a note in his pocket. Sam thanks her new friend for helping her feel alive again. We see Sam. She's walking around the city with a tape recorder with an iPad plugged into it. She's listening to her favorite music through headphones and feeling happy. She saved Eric. She took care of Frodo. But most importantly, she won't have to live out her last days in pain. The girl yanks the headphones out of the jack. Music thunders across the street. A monster lands behind Sam.